Queen has stripped Harry and Markle of their royal titles. If you like what you see, I request that you like and subscribe. Let's get into this. It has finally come to fruition, what I've been saying for over a year now. Markle has gone far beyond what any of us expected, and in such a short amount of time. But the Queen has finally had enough. It all started when Markle and her lackey Harry landed a primetime special with Oprah in what is really a tell-all interview. This set off the final motion of events. Pretty quickly, Buckingham Palace responded with a statement. In this statement they said, I quote, "The Duke and Duchess of Sussex have confirmed to Her Majesty the Queen that they will be not returning as working members of the family. Following conversations with the Duke, the Queen has written confirming that in stepping away from the work of the royal family, it is not possible to continue with the responsibilities and duties that come with a life of public service. The honorary military appointments and patronages held by the Duke and Duchess will therefore be returned to Her Majesty before being redistributed amongst working members of the family. While we are all saddened by their decision, the Duke and Duchess remain much loved members of the royal family." She goes on to say in a note to the editors, following the Duke and Duchess of Sussex's decision to step away last year as a working member of the royal family, a 12-month review was agreed. A decision has now been made after the conversation between the Duke of Sussex and members of the royal family. So, she said whether or not this conversation actually took place. She acted swiftly after hearing about this Oprah thing. Together with deals with Netflix and Spotify, these guys have become glorified lackeys, worse than even people who work in Hollywood. They've sold everything out. Well, Harry has. Meghan, as a B or C grade actor, had nothing to lose. And now Harry's been stripped of his dignity. But if he hasn't learned anything by now, I have to say I'm sorry. He's a dumb boy. He just simply is. Meghan and Harry were quick to respond to this. They said in their reply, I quote, "As evidenced by their work over the past year, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex remain committed to their duty and service to the UK and the rest of the world, and they have offered their continued support to the organisations they have represented regardless of official role. We can all live a life of service. Service is universal." Well, gosh, that's a large rebuke of the royals. Particularly those last two lines. We can all live a life of service. Service is universal. No, we can't all live a life of service. Not if you're making millions of being a cheap lady of the night, essentially, to Netflix, Spotify and all these billionaires, selling out everything you're worth. And let's face it, they're not really doing a service, are they? These multi-million deals with Spotify and Netflix. Oh, poor things. All the service they're doing. I think not. And their $11 million mansion? Yeah, a whole lot of service going on. At least the royals have to play a game the whole time. They have to pretend to not be rich. They every word they say is being watched. They have to act with honour. Well, not Meghan, not Harry now. Now they're cheap dancing clowns for Bezos and the CEOs of Spotify and other big companies. Speaking of which, with the new second money child Meghan Markle has secured, I shouldn't be mean, but we all know Markle's trapping Harry with a second kid. Well, with all that in mind, she is going to be doing more deals, and they've just done a plug-in for their new Spotify stream. If you want to skip ahead, I'll leave a comment below so you can skip ahead and not have to hear this painful noise. But watch this and listen to this. This is their little promo for the Spotify spot they're doing. Some of it's audio and some of it's video. Brace yourself.
We're using podcasting to drive powerful conversations
that inspire, challenge, and educate.
We created Archwell Audio to make sure that we can elevate voices that maybe aren't being heard and hear people's stories.
And the biggest part of this is trying to create this community of where you can share. We'll encourage everybody else to then share their own vulnerabilities within that safe space. Should we start? No? Ladies first?
No, say it, because I think it sounds really nice with your accent.
What, Archwell Audio?
Yeah.
Archwell Audio.
I mean,
Really?
shall we?
Yeah, let's do it. Hi guys, I'm Harry.
And I'm Megan. One of the things my husband and I have always talked about is our passion for meeting people and hearing their stories. And no matter what the story, they usually offer you an understanding of where someone else is coming from. And at the same time, remind you in some way of a story about yourself.
And that's what this project is all about, to bring forward different perspectives and voices that perhaps you haven't heard before, and find our common ground. Because when that happens, change really is possible.
And you know, this is also a moment to celebrate kindness and compassion, something we saw in so many places this year, and which will underlie everything you hear from Archwell Audio. So that's what we're up to. And first up
Is a holiday special.
dun, 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 dun.
Ding, 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 ding. We can't wait to share it with you. It'll be out later this month.
We're talking to some amazing people. They're going to share their memories that have really helped shape this past year, which has been, as we know, a difficult one for everyone.
So many people have been through so much pain this year, experiencing loss, a huge amount of uncertainty. But it feels worth acknowledging that 2020 has connected us in ways we could have never imagined through endless acts of compassion and kindness.
And what really matters is clearer now more than ever.
So here's what you need to do. Tap follow right now. Go ahead. Go on. Tap follow. And that way you won't miss out. You'll be able to hear new shows from Archwell Audio as soon as they drop.
We're so excited. So follow and listen for free only on Spotify. We'll meet you back here soon.
Happy holidays.
Cheers.
And welcome to Archwell Audio.
Now he has a podcast voice.
Oh, I am sorry for having to put the audience through that. He's meant to be a prince, not a 6 a.m. shock jock. And not shocking for the funny reasons, shocking for the continued surprisingness of how stupid they are. I don't even know if you're trying to be a fake personality, at least try a little bit better. I mean, doing, your accent. And then he replies, oh, my accent. I don't know why that frustrated me so much. Is she only attracted to his accent? Is that it? Well, no, we know what she's actually attracted to, his money, wealth and prestige. Whatever little was left of it. That was hideous. Just the whole time through, just so fake. Please. It's like she's still on the set of Suits. Even worse, because she's not even a legal aid or a lawyer. She's just some random schmuck. Is it just me? Please, audience members, tell me, does that just not sound blindingly fake? The Queen must have done something wrong in bringing up Harry. Because I swear, everyone from a million miles away could see this problem. Something about her personality is just off. It's like there's nothing there. All she wants is what she can get. It just, I don't know, maybe she should read a book on how to sound human or normal, I don't know. But that's beyond me. Prince Philip has been heavily hit by this. On top of being hospitalised recently, he is also dismayed at Harry and Meghan abdicating their responsibility. He was quite understanding of Meghan. He even went to her wedding in 2018. But not anymore. He sees her for what she is now. The worst of all was the Queen was only told of the couple's decision just 10 minutes before they published it on their website. So, the Queen didn't even really know what was going to happen with the whole Oprah thing. And then all of a sudden it just comes up, a tell-all interview, and the Queen is told just 10 minutes before. It was an act of war. What do the audience members think of this whole thing? I mean, I think Harry and Markle don't really care. They're busy, doing a film shot or a TV spot with James Corden on a double-decker bus, as shown here. I think they're just fine. Well, Markle is. I think we reached the final destination. It happened a lot quicker than I thought, and to be honest, it exceeded my expectations. I didn't think she'd do it this quickly, and I didn't really think she'd completely separate them. But our hunch was right. Within 5 minutes, anyone who met her, if you had the same hunch as I did, you were right. And in fact, worse, she stripped him. She stripped him completely dry. She knew he was vulnerable. She knew he had issues, and as we now know, he's a little bit dim, a little bit dumb. And she took him for one hell of a ride, going from a C-grade Suits actor to now the Joe Rogan of podcasts and TV shows, renting herself out to the highest bidder, with Harry the puppy tagging along. What do you audience members think? Are you surprised by this? Do you think Markle sounds as fake as I do? And what's your thoughts on this in general? The final closure of this chapter, the complete cut-off from the royal family. Let me know what you think below. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe if you like what you saw.